Hello learners, hope you have understood the last video. Please do watch the last video, that is the system call versus function call. The link is given in the description box before understanding the topic in this video. As you know, to perform something inside the computer system, whether you want to access the hard disk, whether you want to give input to the system, or you want to take output from the system, or you want to use the printer, everything, any device, anything you want to use from in your computer system, you need to ask the operating system, correct? An operating system has multiple system calls, that are the functions which are written inside the operating system to get different tasks, all these different tasks demanded by the processes to be done, right? So those system calls can be called by any processes to perform some set of tasks. So if you want to control a process, you need certain set of system calls. So what are those? And these system calls vary from one operating system to another, but the concept is actually same. So to control the execution of the process, you need some system calls, you need help from your operating system. So what are those? If a process wants to complete its task or it wants to end itself, so it has to ask the operating system, or it has to inform the operating system by executing end system call. So by getting the end system call from any process, operating system get to know that okay, this process wants to end itself. So it will free the space utilized by this process, or close the files which are opened by this process. Everything related to that process will be ended then, right? So next, if a process doesn't want to continue its normal operation, it wants to kill itself, at that time it needs to call a system call. It needs to inform operating system by calling the system call using abort system call, okay? So using abort system call, a process can terminate itself in the mid of its execution, right? So the name of this system call can be changed from one operating system to another operating system, but the concept is same. Like in Unix, everything is file, the keyboard is file, the monitor is file, everything is file. So if you want to do something, you have to perform the system call, right? So if a process wants to create another process, at that time it needs to call a system call, because it is now creating a new resource inside the system. It needs to ask, or it needs to inform to the operating system. For that, create system call is there, and to terminate that process, terminate system call is there, okay? And to load a process, first, as you all know, a program is a passive entity which is stored somewhere in the secondary memory. Before executing that program, or to convert that program into process, you need to load that process into main memory, and for that you need help from your operating system. So load a process is a load system call is used to load a process into the main memory. And then for execution also, you need some set of instruction in a script that will help a process to execute inside a computer system environment, right? So once a process is executing, it contains various attributes. Hope you have remember in process communication playlist, we have discussed what are the process attributes. So process ID, process owner, files which are opened by the processes. There are various things, that is the PCB. Remember the PCB, process control block of the computer system. It is a data structure. So whenever the get process attribute system call is called, this data structure will be returned by the operating system, so that you can get to know what are the different attributes of that process, right? And you can explicitly set the process attribute also by calling the set process attribute system call. Then wait for some time. Wait for some time is like if you want to make or halt the execution of any process for some time, you need to call, the system call named sleep. Okay, and wait event and signal event process. In process synchronization, we have discussed the wait and signal operation, that is wait and signal system calls, that is used in a semaphore, like up and down. As you remember, down, wait, down, signal, up. These are the different system calls that we have used. These system calls are used to give mutual exclusion among different processes. Okay, and to allocate memory to any process, you need allocate system call, malloc and calloc. As you know, different system use different implementation. And to, once the process is terminating or ending itself, it's the allocated memory of it has to be freed. For that you need free system call. So these are the system calls related with the process control. Another set of system calls that are there is file related system calls. File related system calls means, see, as I already told you, in Unix everything is a file. So if you want to write something into the monitor, you are actually trying to write on a file. So for that you need to create a file first. Any process which wants to write something into the file, it needs to create a file if the file is not already exist. So create file, and once the work is over, the file has to be deleted. And once the file is created, you have to open that file first. And if you have opened, now you can perform any operation like read, write, reposition. Reposition is nothing but a seek operation, like in disk scheduling we have learned. If reposition means at a time a pointer shows how much byte you have read or which byte you are trying to read next. So reposition means if you are trying to seek by 3 bytes. So if you are to read this byte next, you are repositioning your pointer here. So this reposition can also be done in file related or manipulation system calls. So these system calls are related with the set of system calls which are responsible to perform file related system call. So there are various attributes also, and once you are done with the once a process is done with the file, it needs to close that file by calling the close system call. Okay, there is another thing, get file attributes and set file attributes. Every file has its own attribute, like who is the owner of that file, what is the time of the file creation, what's the time of the file modification, what is the size of the file. These all are the attributes of the file. So by using the get system call, you can get all those attributes of the file, and by using the set file attribute system call, you can actually set the attributes of the file also. So these two are, first one is process control system call and another is file related system call. So these are the two sets of system calls which are used in different operation. So the next is device manipulation system calls. The system calls which are related for device manipulation. As you all know, in your computer system you have many devices with you. So by having to access those devices, you need to ask the operating system, correct? So for that is, if there is a process, if it wants to access any IO device, it needs to ask first to the operating system, and once the operating system grants the permission, how it will ask? By using these system calls only. And once it grants the permission, it can give a identifier to ask, it will give a file descriptor to this process to access that particular IO device, right? So for that, a process needs to request a device first with the operating system, and request is granted. The process can use that IO device, and once it will use it, it can release the device by using the release system call. And during the operation within that IO devices, it can perform read, write, reposition, as I have discussed in the file manipulation. And in the same way, like file attributes, we have get system call, get device attributes, where the attributes related to the device, like what is the speed of that device, or what is the size of that device, and how much free space is there inside that device. These are the different attributes of the device that can be accessed. And logically attach or detach, like if you are trying to attach, or if you are trying to connect with the new printer, so either some of the operating system can directly connect with that printer by having the device driver inside it in their libraries, but sometime you need to attach that device by calling some system calls by the operating system, by executing some script or some program that is actually called the system attaching or detaching the devices. So you can attach a device into the computer system by asking the operating system, or by telling the operating system that you want to attach a new device into the computer system by having the system call attach. And for detaching that this device will no longer be used by you, then you can detach that device so that operating system will not search for that device in future. So these are the set of system calls related with the device manipulation. The next is information maintenance. So you need some set of system calls to know the information about your computer system so that you can maintain that. Okay, like if you are running, or if you are working on the client machine, and in the server side the server is servicing many clients. So if you want to know which time in the server, or if you want to find out what is the time you logged in, so for that you will give the command, and that command will be processed onto the server, and it will return you the information. So in the same way, we have some system calls like get time and get date. These are the two system calls through which you can find out the time and date of the system, or you can explicitly set the date and time into the server or in your working machine. Okay, so the next is get system data, set system data. What are the system data? Like what is the size of your RAM, how many devices are connected, how much free space is left. So these are the different system data that you need to know, or you need to set that. So for that, get or set system data system call is there. Get process attribute, get file attribute, get device attribute. These three we have already been discussed. This three system call comes inside the information maintenance category. So there we can find out, you want to know how many processes are running, so you can find the get process data. Like if you want to know how many files are there inside the computer system, so you can call using get file data, right? Get device data to know more about the devices attached into the computer system. In the same way, set process file or device data. So these are the set of system calls which are used by the user to maintain the information or to know the information about the computer system. And the last set of system calls which are used in communication between two computers, the processes running between two computers or the processes running in a single computer, how the communication takes place. So for that we have set of system calls which will help us in communication. So there are set of system calls implemented inside the operating system to give proper communication between processes. So if you remember, in a computer system you have two processes. They may communicate with each other, or you may have two computers which are far apart and they want to communicate with each other. So in these two things, in this two manner or in this two situation, the communication has to take place, but the method of the communication will be different, right? Like if I talk about this situation where two devices are situated in a different place and the process inside that device wants to communicate with each other, for that you need to have a socket connection, right? You need to have a socket in both the way. This is called socket programming, through which you can actually communicate with that device. End-to-end communication can be done, right? So for that, we need some set of system calls inside our computer system, and that is there. The create and delete communication connection. This communication connection is nothing but by creating a socket or deleting a socket when the connection is or the communication has been done. So create or delete communication connection. The name can be different, but in networking we usually call it socket. So I am telling you socket. And once you have connected the connection or you have a socket in both the computers, you can now send or receive the messages, or you can also transfer the status information of each other, right? Or attach or detach remote devices. Like if you have a computer at your house and you are connecting a printer which you have which has been newly purchased with a Wi-Fi. If you are trying to connecting this remote device with your computer to get the things printed, you are connecting or attaching that device, that remote device, through your computer system. For that you need some types of system calls through which your operating system will help to understand or to recognize that device and help you to print the different things. So attach or detach remote devices can also be done, or the system calls required for that comes under the communication category. So we have discussed 5 category, that is process control system call, file manipulation system call, device manipulation system call, information maintenance system call, and communication system call. So these are the different set of system calls which are used inside the computer system to help the user to perform their operation efficiently and correctly. Because for everything you need to ask to the operating system, because operating system works in a system mode or in monitor mode, and the user performs in a user space. So these system calls cannot be executed in user mode. You have to switch the mode from user to the monitor to execute the instructions inside this system, inside these system calls. So everything will be executed in the monitor mode, that we also known as privileged mode. So the instruction inside that system call are the privileged instruction that cannot be executed by the user, that has to be executed by the OS, and that is actually work in a monitor mode. So these system calls are the privileged instruction, and they are actually executing in the monitor mode by the operating system on behalf of the user. And once the data will come, it will return to the or change the mode from the monitor mode to or system mode to user mode. So hope you have understood these various categories of the system calls which are used. This will help you to write the theory part in your university exams, and to know more about the system calls, please be connected. I'll be back with the new video where you will get to know more about the system calls. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and press the bell icon to get connected for the more videos. Thanks for watching.